Inflation looks controlled in numbers, but why is it still feels painful at the ground level? Because the real story is a bit complicated. India's headline inflation, measured by CPI or Consumer Price Index, has recently stayed under the tolerance band of RBI, that is 2 to 6%. The target of RBI was to keep it at 4%. Sounds stable, right? But here's what most people miss. India's inflation is heavily driven by food prices because food makes up nearly 46% of the CPI basket. That is one of the highest among the major economies. So when vegetable, pulses, cereal or onion spike, household budget feels it immediately. Now in recent many months, food inflation has stayed above headline inflation, even when overall CPI looked under control. And then there's core inflation, which excludes food and fuel. Core inflation tells us about the underlying demand pressure in the economy, like services, housing, education, healthcare. When core stays sticky, it signals that the inflation is not seasonal, it's structural. Now, here's where it impacts you directly. Number one, your monthly budget shrinks. If food inflation rises, especially like vegetable, pulses, cereal, milk, your grocery bill increases immediately. For lower and middle income family, food takes a much higher share of the total family income. That means less money saved for savings, education, healthcare, and discretionary expenditure. Number two, when inflation stays high, RBI keeps the interest rate elevated. That means your home loan EMIs goes higher, your car loan gets costlier, interest on your personal loan gets higher. And for long-term loans like home loans, even a 1% change in the interest rate make a significant difference in the EMI outflow. Number three, jobs and salary growth feel the pressure. If businesses face high input cost, they may delay the salary hikes. So while prices hike, salary may not rise at the same pace. Number four, savings lose value. If your savings earning 6% interest and the inflation rate is 5 to 6%, your real return is barely 0 to 1%. That quietly eating up your wealth over time. Number 5. Consumption pattern change. Families shift from brands to generic products. They cut down on eating out, delay big purchases. When millions of Indians doing this together, it affects the overall economic growth. The bottom line, inflation isn't another economic number. For common Indian, it affects your kitchen expenditure, your savings growth, your job security, your loan repayment, even your future planning. And that's why even controlled inflation is feeling painful at ground level. India's next decade will be decisive. Stay ahead, follow the channel.